Hold up, wait a minute, all good just a week ago. Crew at my house and we party every weekend. So on the radio, that's my favorite song. Make me bounce around like I don't know, like I won't be here long. Now the thrill is gone, got no patience, cause I'm not a doctor. Girl, why is you lying? Girl, why you move faster? Yeah, me casa su casa. Got it stripping like Gaza. Got so high on volcanoes. Now the flow is so lava. Yeah, we spit that saliva. iPhone got message from Viber. Either the head is so hydra or we let bygones be bygones. My God, you pay for your friends. I'll take that as a compliment. Got a house full of homies. Why I feel so the opposite. Incompetent ain't the half of it. Saturdays with young lavish. The saddest shit is I'm bad as it. These they took from the cabinet. Sorry, I'm just scared of the future. Till 2005, I got your back, we can do this. Hold up. No matter what you say, what you do.
Welcome, everyone. We are on episode 4 of Welcome to Derry. And me personally, this has been my favorite episode of the season. The episodes just keep getting better and better. Like this show is really outdoing itself, and it's living up to the hype in ways that we didn't like. This is what I need from TV that we just haven't had in like such a long time. It's a breath of fresh air in a series that I feel like people actually took their time with. Like this is up there with for me with like Interview with the Vampire. It's high ranking for me. An episode, it just the writing, the acting, and it's like everybody is doing so well that it's like it's hard to like pick at little things you don't like because it immerses you in this world that Stephen King built, and I'm completely here for it. If you are new here, make sure you subscribe to the channel and go ahead and give us a thumbs up. Put us out into the algorithm. Before we get started talking about the episode, this is a spoiler review. So if you haven't seen it, come back, go ahead, put it on your watch later list and come on back because we are going to talk about everything, recap it, and give you our theories about what's happening and what we think is going to happen in the next few episodes. CT, what are your thoughts?
I dug it. It's a nice episode. It was dope. I don't know. I still like the first one the best because it was just a shock factor of the first episode. But this episode has so much like lore and like history building, I guess you could say, like backstory to it that like, yeah, I dug it. I like where they went with this. And yeah, they never failed to like give you the scares as well. Like they'll like this episode was really story heavy, so it wasn't as over the top, attacks and all that kind of stuff from like the last 3 episodes. But when they did have their moments, they were still like screwed up moments, and it was like still suspenseful. That's the thing, man, about this show. Like I can't remember a horror TV show or movie in like the past like 5 or 6 years that was like this suspenseful. Like I was sitting there watching bro looking through the telescope and I'm like, because I don't want nothing to jump out at me. You know what I'm saying? So that is, yeah, I dig it. It's a dope show. It's probably my favorite show this year.
Mm-hmm.
It reminds me like the way that I'm locked in reminds me how I was with Penguin. Cause like Penguin, I was just ready for the next episode every single week, and it's the same thing with this. Like I'm just ready to see like where y'all going with this story because it's pretty freaking engaging, and I dig it so far. Don't go crazy on me, just let us down in the end.
Because it's keeping me there, I feel like they can do a good job of getting it together because they have source material. They have
Oh my
source
god,
material.
freaky!
They got it. Y'all got plenty of source material. So you shouldn't be stumbling in the dark when you got this Bible sitting here.
You can say that, but we've had some pretty bad Batman films.
if they go by the guy, it's right there. It's on your nose. Like it's right there. If they do
Yeah.
that, then we could follow along. But yes, that's what I said. This is becoming it's probably gonna be one of my favorites. It's on its way to becoming one of my favorite shows. I want to say next to Interview with the Vampire of the last few years. Because it's hard, and then shows they might start off good and fall off or not be good, and then it come around. But like it's engaging. They are world building, but still not abandoning telling you a story while they're world building. And this show don't give a damn about how they scared the shit out of these kids. Like they're just like nobody is exempt, no exceptions. None, no
They
exceptions. We don't care who you are. They're gonna go for it. They're gonna go for it. And then you adding in the element of this this first season, it being set in the 60s. And so you have to deal with, things that they don't see in Derry, like the civil rights movement, but where Charlotte came from, that's where it was. Like Derry is just its own little bubble. But she's like, this is, something that they're dealing, this is something that's happening in the real world. That's
I mean,
also here.
but like the country was kind of split still between like North and South, even back then, even as early as the 60s, recently as the 60s. Because Jim Crow law wasn't everywhere. Segregation wasn't everywhere, but there were places that were 100% segregated. There are places that were 100% integrated, all at the same time. So Derry's integrated because kids go to school together, all that kind of stuff. And I don't know, it's existing in this realm of change where it's like the people I can see the people who kind of feel like they don't need to change because it's like, well, we're already good over here. But there's some underlying tensions in Derry, when it comes to the races, regardless of the idea that how the police chief said this isn't the South, but it's like, yeah, it's not. But it's still some stuff here. You know what I'm saying? Like it's still some things, some black and white issues going on here. And
Because
they
it's like Derry it gives one of those towns like we're gonna operate how we're gonna operate, and nobody's gonna change us. Not this generation, not the next. Like they have their way of how things run in their town.
or the
And
government.
again, ain't nobody gonna say nothing different about it. This is just how it is here.
Mm-hmm.
Like they have their own little rules of how things go.
Yeah, I just feel like the only reason why Derry is integrated is because it's not in the South. Because if this was some Derry, Alabama.
Well, I mean, and on the other way, I feel like it doesn't. It's not like a whole big segregate because it's not even a lot of people to segregate.
I mean, it's not. I mean, it's Maine. I don't know what the black population was in Maine in the 60s, but I know now it's like 5%.
It's still that,
So
yeah.
if it's 5% now, it was probably like 1-2% then. So yeah.
They ain't got a whole lot of reasons to do that anyway. It's
Yeah.
not that many, and so I guess they just expect the ones that are there to just fall in line, quote
Can't even
unquote.
give y'all a school. Ain't enough of y'all to put in a school.
Correct. So just fall in line with what we got, assimilate into our culture, fall in line, keep your noses down. And I feel like that's kind of how they expect things to run in Derry. And then of course, what you got the whole influence of Pennywise over
Yeah.
everything. Even with that, it's just like even with all of that, and still with the influence of I'm still somehow having this whole thing over you all. So the way
But
that you all want to act, I'm also gonna add a layer on top of that.
I'm thinking like Pennywise is like the chicken and they're the egg because I mean he crash landed their way before the town existed. So they just built that town on top of some bull crap.
Yes.
From the jump. Like they didn't stand a chance pretty much. But they actually told us that in the lore, the big lore dump. Like it was a big segment of just lore and it was engaging. Like it was very interesting. I was like, dang, didn't know any of this. But yeah, it was awesome. We'll
Yeah,
get
they
there.
talked about it a little bit in It Chapter 2.
Yeah, I don't remember. I remember a little bit, but not that. You know what I'm saying? What they showed us was freaking
Yeah, they
We'll
gave
get
us
to
a
it. Yeah.
they gave us a good little story here. And I can't believe this
Yeah.
was all one episode. It was
It
so much
was. It was a
in this
lot
one
in one
episode. I'm like,
episode.
oh, so y'all told us the whole, and they didn't even gloss over the story. Like they didn't just like, I'm gonna tell you, they gave us visuals of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like they put us in the story. I'm like, this is a lot for one episode, but I was completely here for it.
You
One
know,
thing that we talked about last episode was how episode 3 ended. I said, watch the adults not be able to see nothing. They're gonna
not
pull
at
them
all.
pictures up and not see not a damn thing.
And these
And them
cops
kids was
are
real
such.
happy and proud of. Do you see how happy they was when they got
They
there?
were. They were like, we finally caught them. We finally got proof. And these cops are such buttholes, man. They're such dicks. Like,
And you see, and you see, they even made it worse. Like they rubbed it in. Let's
yeah.
all look at it together.
Oh my god, you see that? Come on, man. Y'all trolling in the 60s.
Yes, that exactly. Definitely trolling.
Yeah. Yeah. That was messed up because they should have been able to. Well, they can't tell, but because they can't relate to the kids because of whatever spell is over them. But
Mhm.
like a reasonable adult should have been able to tell these kids are upset about something. It might not be something that we can see in these pictures, and they might be delusional, but they just wrote these kids off.
They did. That's what makes Charlotte, and I know we're gonna talk about her in a minute, different because these adults do not care about these kids at all. They do not care about none of these kids because you can
Mm-hmm.
see if it's all four of them, they were trying so hard to prove something. That should show you something. But of course, the adults in Derry are not here to protect these kids, and they just get out of my face. If it's gonna be anything that's going to save them and keep them safe, it ain't happening. They're gonna do the opposite every single time. And so the satisfaction that they thought they was gonna get, they did. The only thing that showed up in the picture was the silhouette of a clown.
Yeah, and they kind of wrote it off as a statue,
Right.
but then Will was like, "Ain't no statue look like that in the graveyard, fam. You come on, man,
And he's also a child of color, so they wrote him off. And you see how they looked at Rich?
bruh."
Like, who are you?
Exactly. Like, why are you even talking, fam?
Exactly.
And like,
It's like they didn't have to do these
they was
kids like
trying to
that.
keep him quiet because they realized that the cops were taking him less seriously than everybody else, and he kept blurting stuff out. Yeah,
They was seriously like, I don't know. Do I know your parents? Like I know everybody else. Like who are you exactly? Like
yeah,
who-
they were like baffled by who the hell is this kid. That is funny.
exactly.
We haven't seen his parents. Where are his parents?
That apparently that's what the same thing the police is like because they're like, we don't know you like that. I know where you stay. I know where your mama stay.
I ain't seen nothing there. Like I've seen no Hispanic people other than this one kid.
They just ignored the mess out of him. Like y'all did not have to do that. And so yeah, after that, their spirits are crushed because although in their minds their plan was a success, we knew that was going to be a short-lived success.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Lily, trying to get her name out. They were trying to figure out are there any adults that's going to listen to them because at this rate they're like they're not taking us serious. They found out they're not going to take us seriously. They're
Yeah.
just not going to. It's all a one big joke to them, and they're going to think that we're lying. They're going to think we're crazy. And Lily was like, well, there's the head of housekeeping or the housekeeping lady from Juniper Hills that is always nice to her. She's like, maybe she's nice to me while when I was there. Maybe she'll listen.
And she grew up there.
Yes,
She grew up
you
in
had to. Yeah,
Derry.
that was the criteria. You had to have grown up in Derry to had seen if something like this occurred previously with
But
missing
see, the
children,
thing about
which
it
it
is,
has.
yeah, like she remembers there being a lot of like instances of missing kids. She said a lot happened during like the Great Depression,
Mhm.
which would make sense because I mean he is feeding on like fear and despair, and like that was a time of like the greatest uncertainty for a whole swath of American society. So like it made sense, and it was the perfect cover for like why kids are going missing, kids just running away. You know what I'm saying? Like families falling apart, people going bankrupt, losing houses and everything, people, homeless and whatnot, kids running away. He was probably feeding like crazy during that time. So she remembered, like, yeah, it was a weird number of missing kids. And then the thing that got me was that she had remembered that she had forgotten that. Because she was like, oh, yeah, now that you tell me, there were a bunch of missing kids along, this stretch of time. And she had forgot. It was like, I'm thinking like when she was a kid, she was conscious of it. When she became an adult, she forgot it.
I think there's something to this lady though.
I wonder if she ever left Derry.
It's something to her. I can't quite put my finger on it, but when people are so too willing to help, sometimes, like when you too, like I see like I need a little hesitancy before you go in and help. Like when you too willing to help and when you too nice, I be thinking of you trying to throw people off the trail or something. I don't know.
I'm not catching the vibe from her. I don't know.
I am.
I haven't seen her enough. We had 2 episodes. She was featured a little bit. She seems. See, she doesn't like if she was like overly helpful, then I would think that. But she doesn't know either. Like she has a.
Or does she? No.
What I'm saying, like, but she's
you.
not giving them any like viable information. Like,
probably for a reason. I feel like there's something to her, especially since they haven't given her a name yet.
oh, she ain't got no name?
Nope.
Oh, that's wild.
They ain't told us what her name was yet. We just know that she is housekeeping at Juniper Hills. They ain't told us her name. So I need to know who your people.
Oh my God.
Who you married to in that town, who your husband in this town.
Her name ain't gonna tell us that. We know little bro name. We don't know his people.
It might though if you connect, because remember there's stories that happen before that. There's stories before the 60s in there that a name could connect her to something else. And
So like they're trying to throw you off if you read the book.
Yes, I feel like that if they know that some of us maybe be researching, that if they give us a name,
some of us be reading.
Exactly, they gonna see that we're gonna put 2 and 2 together. So they haven't given her a name yet, and she's married to somebody in that town, and they don't want us to put this together. Or I mean, at this point, we also trying to pinpoint the white lady that's been associated with Hank. I ain't say this is her, but I'm just saying at this point, I need to know what your name is and what you know, because it's something happening. Because it has to be like a reason. Whoever the person Hank hooked up with him. Like they have to have some kind of commonality together about maybe seeing what's happening. I don't know. I'm not saying it's her, but I'm just saying I need to know your name and where you came from.
That's hilarious.
That's what I'm thinking. Why did they have to describe?
Man, local Negro arrested. They just how it was back then, man. It is what it is. Well, it was what it was. Ain't like that no more. But I dug this scene because the moment Rose showed up, I knew she was going there fishing for information, because the last time we saw Rose, she had interacted with Francis about the pipeline and whatnot, and she told him like, specific Native American like sacred areas to avoid. So, of course they looked in those places because she told them to avoid them. And it's like she did it on purpose because she know they're trying to find this thing. And coming to I forget the lady's name, Leroy's wife.
Charlotte.
Coming to Charlotte's house to talk to, she's bringing over what she's purchased. That's her way in. But she's trying to figure out where her husband is up to on that base. She asked her about the pipeline, and Charlotte is like, oh, he don't tell me nothing. You know, as far as I know, he fly. You know, he fly aircraft. He don't got nothing to do with no land, no pipeline. And that's when Charlotte, no, that's when Rose confirmed that, oh, this ain't about a pipeline, because the Francis pretty much laid it on heavy, like, oh, we just here just for the pipeline. That's the only reason why we're here. And now that she knows that this lady's husband done and moved the whole family here just for a pilot who ain't got nothing to do with the pipeline, the so-called pipeline, now she knows something up. So yeah, I like how she fished for information, and she did it real subtly. Like, she didn't really like tip off Charlotte that she was looking for this, because she's trying to figure out what Francis is up to. I mean, she has a idea, she just doesn't know what specifically. But yeah, this whole interaction was dope to me. I don't know if it's the minority thing, because coming up, how I came up in like my career and whatnot, you get a lot of these interactions where you see another minority. Yeah, it's just the two of y'all, but y'all not the same race or whatnot. So these scenes always stand out for me. They feel kind of personal. So, but yeah, I dug this scene. I like Rose. She's one of my favorite characters.
I'm glad that when Charlotte asked her, did she need to be worried? And Rose told her, keep your family close and safe.
Oh yeah,
Like, she didn't try to
Rose
make it
real,
seem like
man.
it was something that it wasn't.
Yeah, Rose is real. Like, it's crazy how like certain people are like susceptible to being complacent here, and certain people aren't. Because Rose is like, we can explain Charlotte because she just got there. Maybe the thing hasn't affected her yet.
Mm-hmm.
But Rose has been there. You know what I'm saying? That's the home. That's hometown for Rose, and she's not affected like the rest of the people there. Like,
Well,
she's very.
her people, they also stay on the outskirts.
They do. They do. I guess you can't stay in the city limits of Derry. That's
Mm-hmm.
crazy.
And they know why, for obvious reasons.
Oh yeah, which somebody should listen to them. Mainly the military.
People always think that they know more, no more than the people who actually hold the history.
Yeah, people that's from there. But this right here, where they got a place for themselves.
Yeah, because
Like,
that's
it's.
one of the things Dick asked for last episode after the whole
Mhm.
plane scene, and the general's like, like, can I do anything for you? You did some good work, even though he almost rocked off of a flying plane. Just like, I would, what can I do for you? And he said, well, there's this one thing that we would like to have. And they want a place to go to, which is valid, because every time they
Mhm.
try to go somewhere, they be getting dirty looks, and
Yeah, somebody
people
want to
be
kick them out.
exactly, people be looking for an excuse for them not to be there and trying to make them feel unwelcome. But they are service members, and they deserve a place to feel safe and unwind, especially during this time period. Like, it's like wartime that's happening
Yeah,
right
it's,
about.
it's a Cold War. They freaking everybody freaking out about atomic warfare right now.
And right, and they just like, they want a place to go to just be.
Mm-hmm.
And they found like a storage place
It's
or
a
whatever
decommissioned, storage shack that
that
like nobody ain't been there in decades.
so they're like, ain't nobody using this. It's out here. Y'all can have that. And first they looking around, and they're like, it's a little dusty. And Dick is like, we gotta make it clean. We got clean up. Like, use your imagination. Like, this whole space is ours. Like, we can do something with it.
Yeah,
And
he
they
was
start, you're like, okay,
optimistic.
well, you know what, you might be right. We might can do a little something, because it's a good sized little space.
Yeah, they did
It's just
fix it up enough.
yeah. It's just like, we can get out and get a record player in here. They're talking about we can get some hot plates in here, fix some
Yeah,
food in here. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? It's like, all we need is some food and some music. They had them put a fridge in there,
In a
had put
bar.
some beers in that fridge. Shoot.
Mhm.
Like, this gonna be the spot. The tragedy of this spot, though, is what happens. So it's just, this is gonna be a short-lived joy of theirs, and I hate it for them.
Yeah,
I just I'm trying to predict how they are going to have this tragedy happen on the TV series.
Like I figured when they got it that it wasn't gonna last long. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was too not like convenient because it was earned. It was just too good, even though it was a shit shack. It was still too good. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, I figured before you told me, person who has read the freaking encyclopedia, that something was gonna happen. I had already figured, like, yeah, this ain't gonna end well. This freaking, oh my god, it ain't gonna end well at all.
It's not going to end well, and I just want to know what's going to happen. I have two theories of what's going to happen to the black spot, because that's what they calling it, the black spot. I think because what happens is it's going to get burned down by some racist white supremacist people in Derry. They got their own. They call it and they had like a little sign or something when you come in Derry, like they call the League of something or whatever. And I think
Friends of humanity.
something that they calling themselves. I think either they're gonna get upset that Charlotte is helping Hank get out of jail, and they're gonna connect Hank. No, they're gonna connect Charlotte because of Hank. They're gonna connect Charlotte to Leroy, and since Leroy is a soldier, they're gonna go after the black soldiers because of Charlotte and her civil rights activism. Or we know how this episode ended with them seeing the house. And of course, once Dick tells the general about this house, he's going to want to send people there based on Halloran's, intercepting Daniel's mind. And if a bunch of people get slaughtered in that house, and the general said, we're here because Dick told us to come here, all them people are going to be on his head.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to target the black soldiers that way. So I'm thinking it's going to accept, it's going to be one of those reasons. It's going to be because of Charlotte and her civil rights activism, or it's because they're going to think that he's leading them into a trap and blame him for people getting slaughtered in there. So, but either way that is going to happen, have fun in there while y'all can. Have fun while you can.
2-3 days.
Right. Charlotte, because she isn't
complacent like the rest of the parents in there.
And yeah, she's yet to be influenced by this curse of the entity. She can actually parent like a real person.
Mm-hmm. And what's crazy is that how effective it is, because like her bringing this up, finding these pictures and realizing that he wasn't where he was supposed to be last night, or however many nights it was when they took those pictures. That got him to open up. And see, he's smart. He is like horror movie smart, because he knows not to say, "Mom, it was a monster chasing us." He said it was a person, a thing, a man. That's what he said, chasing us in the graveyard, pretty much. So that got his mom onto the idea that, okay, if there is a child predator out here of sorts, and y'all think y'all have one locked up, but my child was just chased by one, then clearly the wrong man is locked up. So she already got the wheels turning, because like that case was already in her mind when she saw the paper. So this right here with her kid got her wheels really turning. But what really, in my opinion, is like the Achilles heel for like Pennywise, is that his dad is getting involved. So like this whole thing ended up with her suggesting that him and his dad go fishing. And like his dad doesn't have the ability to feel fear. And what's amazing about the actor, is that he is acting freaking perfectly for a person who he's concerned, but he's not afraid. Because everything he does is contemplative. Like he is thinking through all his nothing is like emotionally driven. He's emotionally gone. You know what I'm saying? Like he doesn't have the mental capacity for those emotions. So like he's playing his role ridiculously to me. Like when I like because I'm thinking like I'm not a father, but I'm thinking like as a father, your child gets attacked. You're gonna have a level of fear. He didn't. He had his whole entire thing was like training almost step by step. What do I do? Like get there as soon as possible, and just the way that he reacted is just uncanny to me. Like as far as an actor goes, like how do you act surprised or excited or have that fight or flight response on screen without having it come across as fear? Like he really did that. But this whole setup to me is like good parenting versus Pennywise. Like that good parenting is the way to defeat Pennywise.
And Will did a lot of right things here too. And that just shows he has a good relationship with his parents, because his parents aren't like the other parents in Derry.
Derry, yeah.
And he has a good rapport with his parents. And he was smart enough to know that, okay, this is a black mom, she's nosy and she gonna be all over my business, so I better tell her something or I won't leave
Bruh.
out of this house again. She gonna be
Bruh.
on my head top real quick and fast, and then she ain't gonna let up. So he's like, I gotta tell her something, and it's gotta make sense,
He
but I
told
still gotta
enough.
protect my friends over here this at the same time. Like I gotta make sure that me and them still locked in, but I need to get her on, I need to let her know something so that she's aware that something is happening, and
Yeah,
for him to be able to feel like he can trust her, to feel like she's going to do something about it
yeah.
as well.
He
So
he is adult smart.
yeah,
Like his
I,
intelligence is very apparent. And like I just dig how he did it, because there's so many the trope of just saying that you were chased by something that's otherworldly, and the people looking at you like, what are you talking about, fam? Like,
exactly. He's like, we've been there, done that. So I know that's not gonna work. So let me try. Let me see if I try this story out on her and see, because and then like the fear was real, so that she believed him. So she knows something happened, and she
oh
sees
yeah,
the pictures that they know something. He was trying to prove something happened, but he's just like, I'm gonna give her enough of the truth. I'm gonna tell her what she need to know, but not everything that the details is not going,
yeah.
not
He told her enough
not
for
gonna be
her to
open.
be helpful.
Yeah. Yeah, like I'm gonna meet her where she's at and give her enough information. So I'm here for the Hanlon family, and she let the dad know, like, if you ain't got to go in the office this weekend, you might need to spend some time with him. He just had a traumatic experience and whatnot. And I think she also needed to buy herself some time to go do her own research, because
Hmm.
Leroy don't want her doing activism.
Don't want her trying to do. Don't want her to get on this civil rights tip up here
And
in Derry.
and she knew exactly where she was about to be headed. So she said, I need you to get out the house for a few minutes. Y'all gonna think I'm cleaning up this Saturday. Little did they know.
Yeah,
She,
this was a dope scene though.
yes.
That's why I say like getting this like Pennywise already, like I don't know how much his surveillance is on these kids, but if he knew at any point in time that the parents were semi-aware of something out there, like you would think he would back off of this kid, because that is literally like his biggest weakness is like other people. Other people getting involved is like his biggest, like it's the reason why like the losers beat him, because they were a group, like they were together. Like and in this sense, like this boy's dad is the perfect foil for Pennywise, because fear ain't even a thing for him. But this scene here, man, like this scene was
And it
crazy.
helps him to be able to know that also something is going on, especially knowing that he's working on this, special ops
And
team
see,
now. So he knows that it's something strange going on in Derry, and for his son to be attacked right before his eyes.
yeah,
And also Pennywise also getting into the mind of Will, and knowing that he has a fear of his dad being burnt, because he almost got burnt alive before, and
hmm
him having of Will having this fear that this is going to happen to his dad, and also foreshadowing what actually did happen to Will when he got older. So not only was it a fear of having his dad burnt alive, but a foreshadowing of what his future ended up being anyway. And the thing that his dad can see that he's not making it up and he's just not daydreaming or hallucinating. Something grabbed him in that
Mm-hmm.
water. And unlike all the other adults in Derry, when the kids be seeing this balloon floating by and they be acting like they don't see nothing, Leroy, they literally the balloons just be all over the place and they be acting like the kids just be like, and the adults be going on they merry way,
Doing their
like, oh,
own
nothing
thing.
to see here. Leroy is looking at it too, like, what the hell is
What
around
the
this
hell that balloon come from? Yeah, but see, he like Will has the benefit of his father being so close to the situation to start with, so it's less to have to explain to his dad because his dad got part of the story already. His dad already knows, like, oh well, I serve with the guy who has powers. Like, I know this guy can read minds. I know that they're using a man who can read minds to find something, and now my son is telling me that there is something. Like, yeah, all those pieces fit together perfectly. Like, you got to be crazy to not believe your son at this point. And like, I just love the reaction of his parents because they're so proactive. And I don't know if it's like just it comes off like that because of the rest of the town's complacency. Like, his parents look like superheroes to me by comparison. But yeah, like, this is
Oh yeah, his parents
Pennywise's.
like they locked in. They
Oh
locked
yeah,
in.
they
This
are.
it's
Like, yeah, like,
refreshing to see in a movie where it involves children because so many times children get harmed in movies, in horror movies, because the parents aren't paying them attention. They're not listening to them when they're saying, "Hey, this is what's happening. Hey, this is." I mean, even thinking back to Child's Play, one of the first movies I can think about when it comes to like children in horror. And Andy is like trying to tell his mom, like, Chucky is talking and Chucky's doing this, and she doesn't believe him until Andy done already been taken away from her, and she gets back to the house and finds that he ain't got no batteries in there.
mm-hmm.
Like, but the whole time he was trying to tell her this stuff, she was like brushing him off. And that's what happens most of the time in horror movies with children. They go and they tell their parents what's going on. They try to be honest, and they're not listening.
I think that this also the interaction with Will and his parents is like the perfect like allegory for the overarching it allegory because it's about like abused kids. So like this is like a kid with like a good network. You know what I'm saying? A child with the ability to reach out to individuals. Like, he has a way to like seek protection, and a lot of kids don't. And it's like that's kind of that stuck out to me because I know the allegory of what this is about. Like, from the deep, darker, aspects of it and Pennywise and the whole thing. So to see this is like, oh, okay, this is like an allegory for how a child can be protected from predators if they have the right structure.
Correct. Correct. This look like this the only child in the show that they actively trying to protect at
This
this
the
point.
only kid with
With with
and
good.
like his friends just lucky they friends with him because they getting benefits, through him, through his parents doing things. Then they gonna get their situation, seen about. But yeah, them parents suck.
So meanwhile,
Yeah, like you were saying.
just sent the boys out the house. She sent the boys away because she knew she was about to get on her civil rights stuff. Once again, and because she was just wait because she knew it was just this town. She's like, I knew something going on up in here.
Mhm.
I just need let me the right avenue, and I'm gonna be on my shit again. And that was a way in. All it took for her was to read that newspaper clipping, and for her son to say somebody out there, and she's like,
Mhm.
that's enough.
That is enough. Shoot.
That's all I need. Thank you, Will. And let me go. And then she was both being a black woman walking into a police station of a predominantly white town that you just moved to was a bold move. But you can only make a bold move like this if you are intelligent and you are assertive.
I mean, she done walked in the worst, considering where she came from.
And she said that she was very well prepared and well equipped, because you see when she got there and they turned her around, because she tried to tell them like, hey, I think it's somebody else out there. They didn't want to listen. She was like, okay, well then, can I talk to Hank? You ain't no family member. Cool. And she literally already had a plan in her mind, because when she left, she didn't say nothing else. She walked on out and walked right onto the payphone. And it's just like, all right, then I got you. I'll be back. Like she
We
was
gonna
already a few
find the
steps ahead.
one other black family listed in the
Yep.
paper.
She was
Yeah, she
and
did.
then
It was
that
like,
also come with having a good rapport with her son, because think about it. Remember when Will was telling her about Ronnie and what things are going on with Ronnie's dad? Like Charlotte locked in. Like, this is the kind of TV parenting that I'm trying that we need to see more of, because I'm tired of these raggedy parents on TV. Like, this is the kind of parenting that I need to see. And Will's parents are also, they're decent people. Like, Leroy is a soldier with no fear, that they recruited him for special ops. And Charlotte ain't just no stay-at-home wife neither. She like, I'll be
yeah,
out here in the
he was
trenches.
civil rights activist. Like, yeah.
Exactly. Like, he come from, some good lineage here. And she was just like, yeah, I ain't gonna take no for an answer. So y'all can brush me off. Oh, you want? She already counted on them brushing her off, for that matter. Because at
She was
this
just
point they're
trying
like,
to
who is
fill him
she?
out. She was trying to
Mhm,
fill out the chief, see what his temperature was, and she realized, oh, you full of shit. You just,
mhm,
you just,
mhm.
you put two and two together. You ain't got no real evidence. You just lock the man up for no reason.
Like, I need to know what kind of firepower I need to come next time. So when I come back in here, I'm gonna come even harder than I did the first time. That
Yeah.
was real smart on her behalf, and brave, because like I said, they could have just went on and he could have just made up any reason to put her in jail right then and there. But at this point, I don't think he was paying her too much attention, like the way he did Rich. It was just like, if he don't
Yeah,
know who
was
you
he?
are.
I don't think he want them problems anyway. Because I mean, like, he knows that her husband is there for special ops, and her husband's the key component of whatever the military got going on in Derry. And from what I can tell, Derry ain't really nothing but a couple of shops in the military base.
And them Bowers men trash though, completely.
Yeah, it's a legacy.
And Charlotte, amongst her continued research,
Yeah, this is what we figured out, that Hank went home. I mean, we knew he went home, but
well,
this
we
is when
talked
they
about
told
last
us,
episode
yeah.
that he was found in the same area, that the street that Georgie from It Chapter 1 was taken at. And that because they found the cigarettes. So we
Mhm.
knew he wasn't we knew he wasn't at the theater, because we seen the massacre at the theater. We know that wasn't there, but you also went in that room like you was trying to get
Mhm.
us to believe. And his mom was just like, apparently she didn't know he was tiptoeing out the window at night or whatever it was he
She
was doing.
didn't, because she said somebody spotted him outside. Because for all she know, he was home.
Yep. She didn't know. See, if he was worried about this child of his instead, and the things that she was going through, like, hey, think of the children.
She
And
wasn't going through nothing yet. It was before. This was before. It was before she knew it was it.
but still, he already
We,
knew.
that
She's
was
already
the
without a mother. Okay,
that
you need
was
to be
the
locked in with your
inciting
child.
incident.
You need to be locked in with your child. And she, poor Ronnie is just listening, but she's also listening oh, like maybe she could help, like
I mean, yeah.
maybe.
Now Ronnie knows it now.
Mhm.
She knows as hell, and it's funny because they be knowing she be listening.
But see, at
Continually
least
knows it.
Ronnie listening, but she listening to just listen. She ain't listening to interject.
Oh yeah. I mean, she trying to get information. She
Mm-hmm.
got her own. She got her own plays going on too. But yeah, she is probably seeing this as an angle.
Mm-hmm.
For her, it's just like, get my dad out of jail,
Yeah.
please. You know what I'm saying? Like, so at this point, that's why she was hard on Lily about like just coming out and saying and stuff. But the way this ended, that's over with.
Because they said Because what was it? They trying to transfer him over to Shawshank.
Shawshank.
And they said if he goes there,
He ain't coming out.
he ain't coming back. They said he ain't coming out of there. He ain't coming. And according to my research, if he ends up at Shawshank, we could be right in the same timeline as the Shawshank Redemption movie, if they let it get that far. But actually, he might, because she said he may have to. This
He
might
had
not be processed
couple of
fast. He might,
days.
yeah, he might end up there a couple of days, but they will bring him back because of pretty much they didn't do their
But
investigative.
Shawshank happened in the 60s.
I think they said this were in a timeline. Well, it happened over a span of time.
I thought the events from that movie was like the 70s or the 80s or something. I can't remember.
Well, he was in there that long.
Nah. I mean, I know the guy was. Oh yeah, the guy wasn't there that long. Damn, I ain't seen that movie in so long.
Right.
I only seen it once.
So we might get some little Easter eggs there, but we'll see what the fate of Hank is. And Leroy is like, somebody gonna tell me something.
Hey, bruh. After that,
y'all gonna tell me something,
bruh. After that balloon, and after his kid got attacked, he knows they're trying to find something, and he knows it's dangerous because he just saw a man trying to jump out of a freaking helicopter because of it. So, so yeah, like his whole. But see, he is not. Again, it's not panic. He's thinking through all his decisions. Is everything is logical. There's very little emotion behind like the drive for these answers. He is logically trying to figure out what's going on so he can figure out the best course of action to protect his kids, pretty much, or his family entirely. And like, I don't know. I just like the way he like the actor. I like the way he plays this character. But this scene was dope to me between these two. These two are the best characters in the show. Like, and the way they play off of each other is like pretty dope as well. But yeah, like Leroy got there right after Holleran had a freaking episode with his grandmother. Which I'm wondering, like, is that his real grandmother or is it? Is it Pennywise?
I think it's his grandmother, because if you think in
Well, I know if they're strong enough,
Dr.
they
Sleep,
can.
remember
Yeah,
in Dr. Sleep, he was coming back to
to
talk to
Danny.
Danny.
Yeah,
So I think that was actually his grandmother warning him, like, y'all doing too much now.
grandma come back creepy though. You ain't gotta come back like that.
Look, ain't no rules to how you come back. He did too
Nah,
much.
I'm just saying, he ain't come to Danny like that in Doctor Sleep. I mean, he was in the shadow. You know what I'm saying? He was kind of creepy. Why are they creepy? Why are the Shine people creepy, man?
Because like he said in Dr. Sleep, how him and his grandmother used to be able to have conversations without talking,
Mm-hmm.
So I think that she came back to like warn him. And even and it also she appeared after he kind of had like this brief thing of like he started to get a bad feeling about the black spot. Like he has a feeling something is going to happen, and I
Mm-hmm.
think she showed up to confirm like your feeling is right.
Yeah,
Like
the
something
moment they got it like cleaned up, he
Mm-hmm.
had this like almost like a premonition, but he couldn't put his finger on it.
Mm-hmm. It ain't too clear yet because his emotions are too wrapped in it, seeing everybody happy. So it's like
Mm-hmm.
he's not able to fully see that the happiness is going to be short lived. But Leroy said, "Y'all better stop playing around because now y'all got my child involved,
Yeah,
and I ain't
man,
got."
I got yeah. Like it's following me home. It's one thing is at work. That shit following me home. Well, the funny thing is, he probably thinks it followed him home, like personally, when like his kid stumbled onto it trying to help other kids. So yeah, it's crazy the angles it took to get to his family. It still got to the wrong family. Like you went to the one kid whose parents would believe him in the whole time.
Before we continue with the review, we are going to be starting movie nights and stuff back for the channel membership. You all hop into the channel membership. There's content on our channel that is not for public. There are different videos that are not released. There are short films that are not for public. We have movie nights that are for channel members only. So y'all go on ahead and if you haven't yet, hit like and subscribe and consider joining our channel membership. Thank you for joining our channel's membership. We have a lot of good content for you to enjoy, members only perks such as Blockbuster Movie Night, unreleased videos, early access to videos, and so much more. You're going to have a lot of good times here. Let's get it, final girls and final guys. Now, Will had to explain to them. It's always somebody that explain to you the rules. Okay, it's either somebody that's been an expert in this and been they done learned some things. It might be the creepy old person, but there's always somebody that gotta put you on to what's going on. So Will's like, now how am I the one? I just got here. How am I breaking this down to y'all? Y'all should be telling this to me. But since don't know nothing, let me break it down to you what I think is happening here.
Will too smart. He definitely figured out. He figured out the hunting pattern. Because I mean, I'm not sure what it was, but there's a certain species of small mammal, it's like a ferret or like a wolverine, one of them tiny, like a honey badger or whatever. But they scare their prey on purpose, like almost like torturing before they eat them, because the cortisol release in their skin, in their bloodstream, it saturates their, I guess you get real sciencey, the adipose tissue, the fat tissue. So when you eat like a steak and the little fat marbling is on it, that tastes pretty good. That's what Pennywise is trying to do to kids, man. He is literally seasoning kids, and it's like we knew this. I mean, it's a thing. It's been established that he hunts by fear, and he wants the fear to be like maximized before he actually feeds. Which is why he is so roundabout when it comes to doing it. But I think they're wrong about one thing. I think he can't off them yet. Like they're saying like, oh, he had opportunities to do it.
That's the thing. Like, why he ain't got us yet? Like,
I don't think he can. Like I know he's seasoning them, he's making them taste better, so to speak, but also like his power amplifies based on their fear. You know what I'm saying? So it's like maybe he's literally just not strong enough to eat you specifically yet. You know what I'm saying? Like that child has to be experiencing the maximum amount of fear to be consumed. Yes. Like, I think there's like a threshold he has to reach with these kids before he can actually do it. So I think they got part of it right. Like he's definitely seasoning them up, and he's definitely hunting. Like, and it's definitely a game.
And I guess you feel like they're just not afraid enough yet.
They're
not
scared
enough yet.
They're not, because one, they're together.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, that's the biggest thing. Like he's trying to isolate them. He's trying to get Lily ass out of there for real.
Mm-hmm.
He's trying to get her away from the group, like desperately.
He's been working on Lily for a while.
Time trying to send her to this freaking place.
Exactly. He has been working on Lily for a minute.
Yeah. It's like, so like, and he knows that in there, that's her biggest fear is in there. So that's his easiest way to get her to a level in which he can consume her. So that's, I think that he needs kind of like permission, like with a vampire. Like you can't eat them yet until they're reasonably afraid, past a certain, threshold of fear. So but even that being said, like the plan they came up with because of this, in my opinion, was stupid. Like, come on, man. Oh my god. Like y'all gonna take these drugs. Y'all take some drugs. Y'all about to dope up in order to not feel fear. But it's like, bro.
Because this was the 60s. I said, was this Quaaludes?
I think so, but my thing is like, okay, what if it doesn't work and now you're just tripping? You're tripping balls while this crazy stuff
Well,
is
I
going
guess
on.
it's a mind thing. If they think that it's going to help them, then in their mind it is going to help them. If they believe that it's going to bring them some bravery, sometimes that's all they need to do is believe that it's gonna help.
I guess, but like, do these kids collectively have the shine? Cause the other kids, the ones that beat them later on, they collectively together, they had enough, shine to be able to turn regular objects into incredible weapons through imagination. I don't think these kids got that.
They trying, Lord. They
They
are
are trying.
they are they
They
are
try
trying.
everything. Like,
And since you see some stuff you just can't say in front of your kids because
she said everything. Her mama was tripping, man.
boy, she said, "But I'm going to call this little helper. She's needing a little, a little pick me up when she started to feel a little way. She go in here and get that. She's like, no, this build her up. Like she get on
Shorty,
knees and she be on one, you know."
Shorty said she take these when she be late on bills.
I'm just like,
I'm a wild.
I said, boy, let me tell you something. Your biggest op's gonna be your children.
Bruh. She put all her business out there.
Your biggest ops will be your own children.
Oh man, yeah.
I promise you they will be. You can't say nothing in front of them because boy, they ain't gonna flip it and turn around and just say any and everything.
But
Your children will be your biggest op. Don't
it's
say nothing.
crazy, like to see these kids trying to reason through this extremely dangerous and serious situation, but they're still kids, so they're still doing kid stuff.
Right.
But the situation is so screwed up. Like, oh my god, it's such a duality
Her
and
mama
like
gonna be mad when her lubes ain't in there
and
though.
tone. Oh, bruh, she don't know she missing 4. She missing 4 of them. She don't know that. Like, what the hell? It's like, all right, 1. All right, I got you. Only took 4 of them.
Now, y'all, we got to talk about Hank because I predicted this.
Oh my god. Oh,
I saw this coming. What I say?
you
What
did.
I
You
say
said it.
last week? I
You
said
said
if
it.
he's tipping and dipping, and if
And he ain't
he's
saying nothing.
exactly, and if he's too afraid to say where he's going, and remember, it's you leaving out the house at night where everybody think you in the bed, and you somewhere you ain't supposed to be. You somewhere laid up.
Really?
I called it. I knew that was out there. Now, what threw me was that he made it even worse. He wasn't just
Oh
laid
my,
up
oh my god.
with a European
Oh my
descent. This lady also married.
god. Mary, bruh. How you pick the worst one?
I
Like,
said, boy, boy.
it's like, bro, even even if she wanted to come out to save you, like what she has to throw. She had to throw away her entire life to come out to save you because of where she was in life when y'all did what y'all was doing. And like now he trying to protect her by not mentioning who it was. Cause he said when he was talking to Charlotte that he didn't want her husband to do anything like to her. Which he probably her husband would definitely was a probably that sounds like a real like
But you be,
two
I
for
be telling you,
one body bag. Like
I'm just like, if you know, if you know where you are and what year it is, why are people still doing dumb shit
what you
though?
mean?
Like,
What you mean? That boundary been broke. Dudes was breaking that boundary way back when
I
dudes
know,
was
but
in
I'm saying, but like,
chains.
but the thing is, he knew what the punishment. I'm saying, like, he didn't do it and not understand what the consequence could be. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
no, he understood why he
you
snuck.
you know what the possibility could be, and yet you decided to go and do this anyway,
I mean,
to
it
the
was
point
just
where you would rather people believe that you murked 3-4 children other than you be laid up with this Anglo-Saxon
I mean, because he
woman.
already know, like, one of them, like they will off him. He knows that.
And that literally also shows you how they don't give a damn about these kids in Derry. Because I would rather somebody believe that I was laid up with a white man than for people to believe that I
Yeah,
slaughtered
but like,
white
now they
children.
will off you. Like, if the authorities were gonna take
What?
you out because you laid up with a white dude, would you say anything? Like, I mean, you're looking at life in prison or freaking not living no more. So you so it's just
I would think that slaughtering children would be worse.
I get it. I get it, but what the real discussion should be, why is slaughtering children life in prison, but smashing a white woman is death?
That's what I'm saying. That's my whole thing. Like, why is it like that? Like, why is, and he's definitely afraid of that. Like, I would rather y'all think that I took these kids all the way down through
No,
there. But
because
besides to do that,
because they will off him over this white woman, and they'll only put him in prison for them kids.
but you know who told you that?
I heard from Kilo Ali way back, way before Dr. Umar.
Y'all ain't got this. Y'all didn't get this lesson. Y'all don't know. Y'all don't know what's going. Y'all don't know what you're supposed to be.
I told you, I got mine from Kilo
So
way
I'm
back.
saying he knew what was about to happen. So you know what I'm saying? Like don't be sitting in there now acting like you all afraid. And you had a daughter that you should have been worried
Man,
about. It's
dude,
not like you
what
was a
dudes be thinking?
it's
They
not
be
like
like,
you had but it's not like he was out here living for himself. Like your mother is under your care, and your daughter who's already lost a parent is under your care. You got to be more responsible. You gotta be smarter than that.
nah, I
You
feel
gotta be
you.
smarter than that.
I feel you, but it was the worst timing for those kids to got the same night that he was tipping out. Like, it's bad timing.
Yeah, but you already knew. And then actually, even before this was Emmett Till. Like that should have been enough. And Emmett Till ain't even do nothing. It was the suspicion of, and these people brutally tortured a child for
Mm-hmm.
nothing. Like that wasn't enough to say, stay your ass in your own house. Stay in the house. And you got a black daughter too, stay in the house because you putting everybody in the house at risk. Your daughter is being bullied at school because of you. Like some things just don't need to be. It ain't even worth it at that point. It's some things just not. Like you just saw what you saw what they did to last security guard.
Oh man, we're so black right now, but oh man. But anyway, we're
These
gonna
two
get off of
remind me
that.
of Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Yeah.
Cause they be all acting like oh, that's my best friend, that's my big twin, we go
They
way back,
scheming. They definitely scheming on each other like crazy. They straight scheming.
They heavy plotting behind each other's back, but smiling in each other's face at the same time. And I know they don't want to hurt each other, and that they're trying to keep their each group safe with their own agenda.
Yeah, they just serving two different masters. He serves the U.S. military. She serves her tribe,
Yeah.
and they just have opposing perspectives on what should be done with this thing out here. I mean, it's very organic. I like the conflict. It's not nothing about it is like, oh, that's not believable. And like the episode showing them coming up together and stuff like that adds to it, like so much to it. And also, I know that he, by leaving Derry, he forgot a little bit about his childhood, but him having that experience, he knows what's out there. Like he has a firsthand account of what's out there. So, she knows that he knows what's out there. So she's suspicious as to why the hell you out there.
It's like, if you know what's out there, why are you tiptoeing around there? Like when I told you you're not supposed to go past a certain point anyway as kid, like what can happen when you go out there, and yet you out here
And we
and
see that like it's
trying
like
to
history.
extract information from her about it in a backhanded way.
Hey, show me where you don't want us to dig at.
So, all right then, yeah, don't go over there. Don't go.
Yeah, don't
Don't
go
go over there.
here or here or here. She pointed some spots.
Exactly. Since you think you smarter than me,
Yeah.
don't go to these places. Now what? Now I'm gonna sit here and watch y'all digging around for absolutely nothing.
Yeah, but see, he got desperate because of that. Because like they checked all those spots, he's like, "Damn, we have no real leads now." So they got a nephew to interrogate him.
Yep. And I admire him. He had some training in him though. When we get to that part, I feel like he was trying to hold his own for a little while. Like I feel like they're all prepared for a time where it might come that they may get interrogated or people may try to extract information out of them.
I
So
mean, it looked like he was fighting that psychic attack, but
yeah, I feel like that's what they didn't might not have prepared him for. Like I think they might have prepared him for like what could happen with like Pennywise or what could happen with the military. Nobody knows about Dick Halloran to prepare for him. Nobody knows that he has this ability. So that was more than he could have prepped for. But I feel like they did try to prepare him. I ain't really feel that bad about Marge ass because she shouldn't have been being a bully.
yeah, man. Like she tried to come back and be like, "Oh, I'm sorry," and try to tell her friend that she was pranking her and whatnot. But like, you an asshole for agreeing to it. Start with,
Exactly.
and you know what she going through. Like this little girl done been to the freaking nut house twice.
Exactly. The only thing I feel bad about is that Lily had to be dragged into this. I don't feel bad about Marge at all, but I just feel bad that Lily had to be dragged into this because of Marge and them little patty heifers.
Yeah, but
And
like, how did Lily end up on top of her like that?
she tackled her off the
No,
thing.
I know that, but look at the posture.
Yeah, she
Like,
did.
come on, man. But did you really wanted to look like you were in full staff mode? Was that was that the plan?
I mean, she wasn't thinking about that. She was trying to save her trifling ass friend,
She was.
who really just want to impress these heifers that don't mean her no, who be picking at her too. Because we see Marge, I feel like it struck her when they were watching that the little film
Yeah, with
slides
the parasites and the
about the
slug.
parasites and the snails or
Yeah,
whatever,
snails. Yeah,
and it infects the parasites get in their eyes and they get all swollen, which is completely gross. But Marge was already having some self-image issues with her having to wear glasses. And so having parasites attack your eyes when she's already struggling with that issue hit her a little bit harder. Like, dang, they attack your eyes, and I already have enough problem with eyes. Like, this is gross, and I'm already dealing with some stuff. That was enough for the entity to be like, got you. That's all I needed to know. That's all I needed to know.
Yeah, freaking just pushed her. But yeah, man, that this thing was crazy. This
And I'm
was
just
the,
like,
the
and
shock
thinking about it, the overarching theme of it, even though it was Marge and we didn't give a damn about Marge, but the fact that this happened to a kid.
Yeah. It's
This
like
happened to a kid. This kid's eyes were bulging out of her eye socket so bad that she went to try to cut the parasite eyes off of her. Like, we're watching this horrific and graphic
man,
scene
she
happen
was going
in
at
the
that
body
song.
of a kid.
She was going at that song like it wasn't nothing. Like she wasn't feeling nothing. She was like, get this off.
Yes. And Lily knowing that it's really all like, the more she's afraid, the worse it's gonna get.
Yeah,
And first of all, Lily a good friend, because I would have left that pill right in that toilet, and I've been like, you know what?
she didn't know.
This is above me.
She didn't
I'm
know
gonna go
though.
tell the teacher.
She didn't know. She didn't know that like she was getting set up.
Yes, but at the same time, I'm not fishing.
She know Pennywise done off a bunch of kids who were around her. She probably figured like
I ain't talking about the part of whether she knew it was a setup. I'm talking about the part that I'm not fishing nothing out of no toilet.
you're hilarious.
Okay, I'm not, especially and
I'm
you
sorry.
fish it out of the toilet also to put it in your mouth. I don't love nobody that much. I go tell the teacher.
I
I'll
think
tell
she
them.
was trying to put it in. I think she was trying to protect herself at that point.
It ain't. It
What would have
ain't.
been crazy though if she would have took that freaking pill and they would have got her, like arrested her, and then the toxicology report she's a bit old drugs.
I was just gonna say this ain't gonna do nothing but make it worse for Lily. That's why I'd have left that damn pill in the toilet, and I would have called the teacher. I'm not finna go play Captain Save a Hoe, because this is what happens. That's a horror movie rule, you all. Then we tell y'all, don't ever try and be a hero.
Except in Zombieland, because be a hero was his last rule.
I thought it was gonna be a hero. No, you don't be a hero. Do not be a
It
hero.
depends on who it's for, man. Some people you just got to.
Don't be a hero.
You got to for some people.
No, you don't.
Yeah, you do.
No, you don't.
Yeah, you do.
Mm-mm. That he done found out she out here at the post, because apparently news travels quickly in Derry.
You know that they saw her walking in from across the street.
Except for when children except for when children go missing. That news don't really travel that
Well,
fast.
it traveled, just nobody don't give a damn. It be posters up all over the place. But yeah, I like this exchange though. It's weird because like it kind of made me feel like, how did they get together? But at the same time, I can see the grounding factor between the two of them. Like he keeps her from going too far, and she keeps him from being too like lackadaisical. Which I don't think she has the power to do that anymore, or like not as like how she used to, because of his lack of fear response. So like that he's cut off emotionally to like a wide range of things that would cause fear. He's cut off from all of that. So like when he sees her going to the station, when he hears about her going to the station, he doesn't think, oh, now we're in danger. He's thinking logically, like, what could this spell for me? You know what I'm saying? Like it's not a fear response, it's a freaking logical response. And he's not thinking like emotionally at all. He's so detached. And for her, she's like, she's on the verge of saying, do you not feel anything? Like she's almost there with him as far as like his perspective on like race relations specifically.
And she's like, I don't know what you be doing when you be at work, so don't worry about me. I got me over
I
here.
mean, but come on now, that wasn't fair. He's special ops. Like that wasn't fair. It's the nature of the job. That's like, yo, I can't tell you what I'm doing because if I did, it could put you in danger. Like, come on.
Logically, that makes sense. But due to my cultural awareness, that ain't enough for me. I need to know a little bit more than that. You ain't gotta tell me a whole lot. Just give me a little skim of something so I can just give me the Cliff Notes version. You ain't got to give me all the details, but I mean, and she know, like I said, number one, she does know who she married. She knows that's a soldier, but also at the same time, it's hard to your spouse that's gone to work all day long and then they come home and they can't tell you about their day.
Yeah, I get it.
And so she's like, well, you know what? You don't tell me what you're doing. Look, I'm minding my black ass business. So I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else. I don't know what you want from me.
And
Like,
she's like, I wish you would mind some black business sometime too.
exactly. She's sitting there like, did you really think I was just gonna sit at the house all day and cook and clean? The house clean and the dinner is already done. All right, now I got some other stuff to do.
Yeah,
Just sit
she
here. It ain't
did
like she
throw
got
that.
friends in town to go hang out with or have little tea parties and socialize. She don't want to be like these people there. She's like, I'd be on a mission. Okay, if I can be useful with my expertise, then I'm gonna do that.
Nah, I get it. She did hit him kind of hard with that, tell him to defend his country, your country, that you love so much. Oh no, like this conversation shows the opposite nature of their relationship, but they still click, like they work as a couple. But I can see like y'all probably have some arguments because like she ain't dainty at all. She gonna say what the hell she thinking. It's the 60s, but she don't give a damn.
Like I said, she be looking at him like, did you want me to just sit here all day long and just cooking? This is all you thought I was gonna do? That's all
Yeah,
you thought I was gonna do?
yeah. I like these two, Leroy and Halloran. They still my two favorite characters, but Will got a nice little family. Like nice little protection unit in his household. Speaking of that,
That scream was
yes,
legit when he looked through that telescope. That was a legit scream from Lil Will. I said
like
that is a child literally screaming when they scared of something.
I was just like happy it wasn't a jump scare. I was anticipating a jump scare the entire time. I was in the I'm watching it just like this the whole time. But they like this show's ability to build tension is just great. It's one of the best aspects of the show. Is just it's it's a fun watch because you're anticipating the moment. Like I haven't had that in a show since Penguin. Like I haven't seen Interview with the Vampire yet. I'm gonna watch it one day. But yeah, since Penguin, I haven't seen a show that had me like, okay, what's about to happen? But like this scene right here, I would have never thought that his dad would have ran outside yelling like that. But he's thinking like civil rights era. I move into a mostly white neighborhood. Somebody is stalking my family because
What
they
are
don't
you
want us
waiting
to.
for?
He did. He with the Jennifer Love Hewitt. He had a freaking poker, a fireplace poker. Cause she had a weapon. She should have had her a piece or two. He should have had him something like, "You're military. Where's your sidearm?" He went out there with a freaking poker.
I was also thinking, number one, you can't just be out in the middle of these, you know,
These
this
these
neighborhood.
these neighborhoods, yeah, yeah, like that.
Exactly. They will call the police on you. And also, this image of this clown here that we're getting the idea that Pennywise is he's coming. This silhouette is not giving the Pennywise from the trailers.
I mean, I figured I felt like he was still growing and it wasn't there yet.
But like even with the hair, that's the Pennywise from the trailers hair is not like that.
Oh.
Mm-mm.
Oh no, he kind of looked like Krusty the Clown from The Simpsons.
But you know whose hair was like this?
Besides Krusty.
No, I didn't think about it I didn't think about it last week when they showed that image of the clown and the hair was like this. That the girl clown that was in that episode.
Francis was scared of in the place in the
that she was on the outside, like the one with the white hair.
Yeah, that was like watching them.
Mm-hmm. That clown's hair was like that.
Nah. I don't know. What was he, an amalgamation of clowns?
I don't know. Or what if this is somebody? What if this is another thing that he's like controlling in that aspect? Like, what if we're not getting the Pennywise one yet? But what if it's some variation of that clown? They showed that clown for a reason. They had to have. They had to have shown us that clown in that episode for a reason, and the fact that this hair is like that one.
I guess. I don't know. I feel like he ain't fully formed yet. He gonna get his receding hairline when he when he fully forms.
It ain't. But I'm telling you, the curl pattern in this Pennywise in this series,
the curl pattern.
It ain't. That's not what his hair looked like. That's what I guess, and that's why when they showed that picture last week, I was like, I don't see it. Like I'm not seeing it because, and that's why I didn't see it because it wasn't the same. This silhouette is giving. It's different for me. Right. I don't know. Maybe we're gonna see, but
they all be clowns to me. So
yeah, this silhouette
is against clowns. They all look the same to me.
It's giving. It's not giving Pennywise, it's giving that other clown. I don't know why it would be, but they had to have shown that clown for a reason. It had to be for a reason. I want to know what that reason is, but this is not his silhouette here. It's not what it's giving. So I don't and it felt like somebody was watching Leroy.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Like the POV that they showed when he ran outside.
I mean, I'm thinking that the thing is watching them because it's probably sensing that like fam ain't scared of nothing.
I was tripping out.
And that's probably the second time
that he grabbed his robe before he went out the door.
He did grab his robe. Hey man, can't have you just can't be out there indecent now.
I'm like, why was you conscious? He made sure he was conscious of how he looked before he stood in the middle of the street. Like, let me make sure I wrap up my pajamas first.
Just saying.
Now, the general was making sure he get good use out of Mr. Halloran here because he's using him for every last ability that he has.
Interrogation. I didn't think he could do this.
I want to know how he got recruited to do this. Like, I actually heard that after Dr. Sleep, Mike Flanagan, which I enjoy Flanagan and his works, that Flanagan wanted to do a series about Halloran, a younger version of Halloran and his adventures and theories and his life story. So I feel like this was a good way to like wrap that, to pull some of that in of what he wanted to do and his ideas, because I'm like, The Shining and Dr. Sleep gave us a watered down version of Halloran.
He was old.
Yes, because this guy here, this one here, this is something else here. Okay, he's that guy. on a
Yeah.
whole other level
But
here.
see, I knew he could like astral project and all that. See, I thought his powers were mostly like communication based, which would make sense for him to be like a finder. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't know he could invade too. Like, you know, the one thing though I was expecting when he went into the guy's mind was the file cabinets. It's like a trope of like a file room. It's like it was in Dreamcatcher. It was in Doctor Sleep.
Or the files or the doors to walk into, like that's a
Uh-huh.
kind of an
I was thinking they were
overarching
gonna do that
Stephen
when
King thing.
they.
But I mean, they kind of did. Like though, they had like when he got in there, there was the different doors.
I mean, it was, but I was thinking like like because uh the little girl. Well, even on like Dreamcatcher, I forgot the dude's name. He was the ginger in the group, but he could go into people's minds and he could like open the files in their mind like actual storage facility full of like files and they're just memories. He would open the file and he would read the memory and he would. That's how he read minds. So I'm thinking he's gonna do that. But what they did was way above that because bro took fam back to a child and then had him, I guess, relive a memory of him reciting the legend back to his auntie in order to give Holleran the information about where uh the pillars were located and the central thing is located
Yes,
supposedly.
he pushed his way into his memory,
Yeah, he
and
did.
Daniel tried to fight him off, but you was not ready for this level of
Telepathic
yeah,
freaking attack.
and
Yeah,
his third eye was locked in, and we got a good story of the origin of the entity which the natives called the Galoo. So they had a name for it. So that they called it the Galoo. They touched on some of this story in it chapter 2, but we got really a full-fledged story here about what happened. And
shit was like a mini movie in this.
yeah, that was gonna say they had a whole they gave us a story. So
Yeah,
they had pretty much at the beginning of the creation of the universe and the planet, a star had this entity wrapped up
freaking
in
Black
it,
Star.
and it crash landed on Earth. And when it did, the entity escaped. And when the natives got to the land, they figured out something was there, and they started calling it the Galoo. They found a little piece of a shard from this star that was kind of protecting them and keeping it at bay, but it wasn't enough because the colonizers came and didn't want to listen.
Yeah.
And so
Was it was enough for a while until they showed up because
yeah, that's what I'm just
as
gonna say.
long
It
as
was they was holding their own because they figured out that they couldn't defeat whatever this was, the Galoo. There's like, we can't figure it out, but
they
we
can
can
contain it.
coexist with it if we keep this shard and it stays over there and we're over here. And they was able to coexist like that just fine until the settlers came in and they want to take land, and I want to conquer this, and I got to move this, and you guys got to give this up, and da da da. And they had to learn the hard way. Some people got
Yeah,
to learn the hard way.
and
And
basically feeding on them made him stronger,
yep.
and that threw off the power balance between him and the tribe. So now he can actually invade more land because the tribe doesn't have the strength anymore to fight against him.
Yeah, they didn't have it wasn't enough. So
They had to go
but
find more of the shards.
yeah, they had to get more shard. And what was it, the chief of this tribe?
It was the because
The
like
prince.
this is another thing that I liked about this. They showed Native American matriarchal society, so their
Mhm.
leaders were women, which is historically accurate for like the majority of them. And so it was the daughter of the I forgot what kind of what it was, something mother they called them, but basically the female leader of that particular tribe. her daughter was volunteered to go on the mission to find the other shards because they were just gonna leave. Because their whole thing was like the balance is off, so let's just move. I mean, we'll get outside of this thing's influence. But then the daughter was like, nah, let me find more of these things and let's like cage it, let's contain it. And in that venture is when the leader got, and that was a terrible scene, but she held her own. But god damn.
She did. She held her own, but he got everybody. So the daughter eventually, after they say, all right, we like for real, we got to go get more of this shards. And so they found the cave and they broke off more pieces of the star. They got 13 pieces and they put shards of the star all around to keep the entity within it, to keep the Galoo in there. And they also put one of the shards inside of like a turtle shell, which is kind of representative of Maturin. Maturin, the polar opposite of Galoo.
Yeah,
And the
they
only
showed
thing that the Galoo
spicy.
is afraid of is Maturin. So whenever we
They
see,
showed.
yeah,
Remember the video that was in the classroom? They showed the cartoon turtle.
yes, every time we see an image of a turtle, it's letting us know that Maturin is trying to help out.
It's freaking inactive. Like, it's crazy to me, man. Like, not to hark on religion or nothing like that, but like when you have these fictional worlds where there is a demonic thing and it can like directly interact with you, but then the good thing has to work in mysterious ways. Like, come on, man. How is it stronger if it has to work in a roundabout way to get his shit done? Like,
But
oh,
Maturin said, I'm in there. Y'all just ain't, y'all look, I'm gonna let y'all know when y'all see a turtle, that's me. Now, he also be like the Watcher in the MCU. Is just like sometimes
I mean,
I'm in the back.
depending on which watch you talking about. Because one of them, what is it, Quatu, whatever his name is, he be getting involved, but the rest of them.
That's what, but Maturin says sometimes I watch, and then sometimes, if y'all see me, if you see me, that means I'm in there. But most of the time, I'm just looking. And so that's how the natives pretty much traded. The natives were able to set up lines to trap the Galoo in there, and which is also why it doesn't leave Derry. It's stuck there because they have these shards buried, which now we're thinking that the Major wants to find the shards so that he can find a way to contain the entity on his own and use it for weapons. But this is a cosmic being. I don't know what the hell he think he about to do, but it ain't gonna be good what he's about to do, because I think this is where Pennywise intercepted and said, oh, since you want to know so much, come into this house, because y'all know when they get to that house, he act a fool in this house. Okay, this house is like that's a way to get to the cave, and once you get in there, that's like when you go to sleep and it's you and Freddy's nightmare. They get in there and Pennywise is gonna be like, "Welcome to my world, bitch," and it's gonna be on from there.
Hilarious.
It's
Maybe I don't know. I get it. I'm still gonna stick by my theory that that shine shit is just creepy, man. Like whether you a good guy or a bad guy, when they shine, when they do their thing, it looks evil. Like the little girl from Doctor Sleep, her powers look evil. Danny's powers, he released souls from hundreds of coffins, and he was the good guy.
I don't know. I feel like Pennywise is leading them to this house so that he can go on and shred through some more people real quick. Like,
Could be. I just know that at the very end, Hiring gave what's his name? Her nephew,
Tanya.
Daniel. I'll keep thinking that. Wow, Daniel. Oh, gave him this weird look when he got older. When he grew, he was a kid, and then they
Because
opened
see,
the
I don't
door.
think that he knew that Pennywise intercepted him in that moment. I don't think he knew that, but I think maybe Daniel knew that, and as a defense mechanism, he got older to protect himself from that, and maybe Halloran didn't know that he was doing that.
Yeah, I mean, Halloran seemed to be surprised. He had this look of like, what the hell, for a half a second, but he does that a lot. He did that at the black spot. Like he when after they got it cleaned up, he looked around. What the hell? Like, he has these little. See, his precog powers suck, but his other powers are great. I don't like precogs.
We know.
Because it's so not specific. What the hell? Like, oh my god, give me you're like a weatherman for the future. Like, come on.
Well, that's how the episode ended, you all. So if they get in that house and Pennywise in there, it's about to be some shit that happens. I'm just letting y'all know. It's about to go down.
SCP Foundation.
It's about to go down when they get in this house. And because the general don't know when to say when. He don't know when to say when. He's so sure about his plan and making this plan. I don't know who told him he could do that in the first place. Like, how you control an ancient cosmic being and you're just a human? Like,
Man, he
some
don't know
people
what it
be
is.
overestimating their abilities.
He don't know what it is. He just know it induces a fear response. He don't know what it is.
But he's overestimating his abilities as a human.
I mean, that's some standard U.S. military stuff.
Like you over you're over cooking your grits at this point, General. You don't know what's about to happen here, and that's what's gonna get you really messed up because Rose is trying to help you, just trying to backhandedly tell you to pull back. Dignan already told you one time you might need to pull back.
Man was like, "Hey, last episode he said, hey, we was looking for him. Now he see us.
Mm-hmm.
It might not be the right direction."
That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like he was trying to he pulling them to this house for a reason, and they about to go to a fun house, but ain't nobody gonna have fun in there but Pennywise. That's how I feel. Y'all let me know how you feel in the comments about this episode. Tell me how you feel about Welcome to Derry overall. Very good start. 4 episodes, completely solid. I really enjoyed episode 4. What are your theories? What do y'all think? What do y'all think is going to happen to Hank? Do y'all think that he is going to end up in Shawshank? Do you think he's going to tell? Do you think that the woman is going to come forward? Or maybe the husband is going to find out some kind of way and come forward. Y'all let us, y'all know about that. Is Lily going back to Juniper Hills? And if so, are they going to start experimenting on her? Is it going to be a lobotomy? They're going to do some electric shock therapy? Because they probably going to take her there because Marge is probably not going to tell the truth because she's very impressionable. They're going to take Lily away. Let me know what y'all think is going to happen with her. What's going to happen when they get in that house and Pennywise get them behind closed doors? Is it going to be another massacre like what happened at the theater? If so, everybody getting packed up. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. And if Lily's taken away, what does that mean for Will, Rich, and Ronnie? Because then, what does that mean for them? Y'all drop your theories in the comments below and make sure you hit like and subscribe. We are recapping Stranger Things to get ready for the final season 5. Finishing up with my It reviews. We've done the 90s version, chapter 1, and finishing off with chapter 2. I am all the way in this rabbit hole of this Stephen King universe. So making sure we explore all of these things because they all help us to understand Welcome to Derry a whole lot better. There's a review on the channel for Frankenstein, review up for Predator Badlands, and just finished with Reasonable Doubt season 3. Yes, just finished Reasonable Doubt season 3. Was that season 3? That was season 3. But yes,
season 1, so
it's a very good legal drama. It's a very good.
My sister told me how.
Yeah, it's a good legal drama.
I be hearing about these shows, man. I just come on. I be having time for like one show at a time, man. And right now I'm on 2, so
Yeah, hop in there, y'all. If y'all have not, go back and watch Reasonable Doubt reviews that are on the channel. That was a good show. And I actually talked about Reasonable Doubt season 2. So I have a playlist. So a lot of the series that we review, there's going to be a playlist. So there's a playlist on the channel for Reasonable Doubt, for From, Interview with the Vampire, The Last of Us, Stranger Things, It and Welcome to Derry, and a good bit of the series, a Gen V and The Boys has a playlist. So hop on in there and get these reviews. And again, make sure you hit subscribe and join the channel membership. We'll see you in the next one.
I can put you in a log cabin somewhere in Aspen. Girl, ain't nothing to the pain, ain't tricking if you got it.
Go to the police, not now. He's made sure of that.
Put you in a
He's out there and he's watching us.
somewhere
And
in
waiting. What are you waiting for, huh?
Like I said, ain't nothing to the pain. We can change the last name. What's happening? Cause you look so good. Tell me why you wanna work here. I put you on the front page of a King magazine, but you gon' get yourself hurt here. Hey, baby, I brought you in the back just to have a conversation. Really think you need some ventilation. Let's talk about you and me. Oh,
We go from taking Kel to the hospital to catching a goddamn snake.
I think she want me. Nah, I can't leave her lonely. No, ooh, I can't believe it. Ooh, she out on me.
Lay low till he knows you're alone, and then he's gonna come after you.
Nah, I can't leave her lonely. No, and you don't understand. She made the people say yeah.
Abraham Whistler.
Yeah.
Matt Blade.
Yeah. She had the main stage. She made the people say